Hello, this is Steve Sines with Explore ATL Tours. I wanted to show you what this transition is going to look like coming across Memorial Drive. I'm doing a series of videos to help people envision what Atlanta is going to look like in the future. And this series is focused on transit on the Atlanta Beltline. So I'm at Bill Kennedy Way and Memorial Drive, as you can see. This is one of the proposed transit stops for the Atlanta Beltline. What you see right across the way there is the East Side Trail. That will be the southern end of the East Side Trail. They're extending it right now between Kirkwood Avenue and Memorial Drive. That'll be done in the next 12 months or so. So what's interesting here is there will be a pedestrian crossing, one of those so-called scrambles, pedestrian scrambles that'll allow users to come straight across this intersection right here, where my camera is pointing from the East Side Trail over there, right over here to this sidewalk, which is on the corner of Bill Kennedy Way and Memorial Drive. And this is a very large development here called Madison Yards that's going to be, it's going to have a Publix and an AMC theater, but I wanted to show you what's going to happen here. So again, pedestrians are going to cross diagonally across this intersection. They're going to come right out onto this sidewalk, and the developer is going to build the Atlanta Beltline Trail right down this sidewalk. I'm going to do this video in two parts. I'm going to go ahead and walk you down quickly as I can so you can see what this is going to feel like down to I-20, which is a few thousand yards from here. Then I'm going to do another video to show you what's happening across I-20. It's a little tricky there as far as getting the Beltline transit and trail over I-20, but I'll tell you what I know, and then I'll go down and hit my next transit stop, which I think is down at Glenwood Avenue. But you can see this Madison Yards is coming along pretty good. And so my understanding is the Beltline is working with the developer, which is Fuqua, to design a trail right along here, right where I'm walking. This is a sidewalk right now. They're going to expand this, and this will be the 14-foot concrete multi-use trail that you're accustomed to seeing. And you can see there seems to be plenty of room over here on the western side of this property. So I'm heading south right now on Bill Kennedy Way. Bill Kennedy Way, some of you that have been on my tours know that Bill Kennedy Way was an Atlanta Beltline, was part of the Beltlines corridor, two words, Beltlines, which date back to the early 1900s. And so there would have been a railroad track that came through here, but the city of Atlanta built Bill Kennedy Way a long time ago. So the corridor no longer exists. So in order to get the transit component of the Atlanta Beltline down through this section, they're going to have to, well, they're probably going to put the light rail tracks right in the road, similar to what you see downtown with the Atlanta streetcar. And so not ideal, but it's really the only way to get that Beltline transit system down through here and across I-20. So again, I'm walking down the sidewalk. It's on the western edge of Madison Yards, which is the Fuqua development on the corner of Memorial Drive and Bill Kennedy Way. And what you see here on the left is going to be an apartment complex. So there's Madison Yards over there. That's looking north toward Memorial Drive. That's Madison Yards, the shopping center, the AMC theaters, the Publix theater, and then looks like back on the back side of the property they're building an apartment complex which will be overlooking I-20, it looks like. So, okay, so here's what we learned recently. Notice that that right there is the westbound ramp from Bill Kennedy Way onto I-20, okay? The eastbound exit ramp is also on that side of Bill Kennedy Way. So the decision was made last year to move the walking trail over to this side of Bill Kennedy Way, because you can imagine what would happen if the trail was coming along on that side of Bill Kennedy Way, which is the west side. Imagine what would happen when the bikers and the pedestrians got to this entrance ramp. That would be ugly. And then just on the other side of I-20 is the exit ramp for the eastbound traffic I-20, equally, if not more so, ugly. So I'm going to stop it here and show you the rest of it. But that's why the trail is going to basically end up being on this side of Bill Kennedy Way, And thanks to Fuco development, it looks like we're going to have that trail done a lot sooner than it originally had been planned. So this is Steve Sines with Explore ATL Tours. Very interesting to see what's happening in Atlanta right now. Hope you find this helpful.